Hello guys, and welcome to another video take on Solana. We want to see what Solana will be doing and whether it's obeying our current levels. So what you have here right in front of you is the crypto bubble space, and today is Monday. Hey, Black Monday, or we may say this is a Red Monday. All shit is red. Radium leading the pack with negative 10. You have Iron -8, Pump.Fun -9.9, Solana -6, Hype -8. It's a red Monday anyway. The candles are red. The temperature is cold. The atmosphere is humid in our area, by the way. So yeah, that is that. So today we are looking at Solana, and we want to see what Solana is presenting right in front of our eyes. From the weekly time frame, we see that Solana is behaving good and it has formed a channel. This channel, we establish it from the daily time frame. The most important levels to watch for from the weekly time frame is the 208 level, from the 61.8, 206 towards the 213 level, isn't it? I also added my own level. 218 is also very bad, and 236 to 240. Yeah, not that custom, but the others has been measured by Fibonacci. So from the weekly, we see that it has formed some kind of a channel here. It can be a leading diagonal from the Elliott wave 1, wave 2 correction, maybe, isn't it? Where will the climax of wave 1 be? We will see. And another thing I want to talk about the performance of Solana. We see that it can come to 160, 168. It doesn't mean it is bearish. When it comes to 168, it will be just in this channel, and I know once it hits 168, it will react towards to 60 now again. So we'll be expecting haphazard movements, maybe like, let me give you the perspective. So because it's in the channel, maybe it will go like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, before maybe breaking out, isn't it, towards 295. Why am I biased to this direction? I'm biased to this direction because Ethereum has already completed its swing towards the all-time high. Solana has been lagging behind, and I want to support my statement by showing you a chart here that shows, not that one, yeah, this one shows the current movement of Solana, isn't it? It's very similar, where we're having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, isn't it, before maybe a breakout. So it is a triangle. We see clearly it's a triangle where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, isn't it? Inside there is a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 structure. Yes, like that. Yeah. So it's a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 structure. So it's an A, B, C, D, E before maybe breaking out. Yeah. And what is telling our statement about that, it's another research I was doing, this one. And I was thinking about the correction that Ethereum completed, and we see that in this cycle we have phase 2 is Ethereum pumping. Ethereum has pumped. It has reached its all-time high. It has recovered that dip that it happened during the tariff wars, And now next we expect large capital altcoins to start pumping. So Solana is one of them. Sui maybe, XRP can take this chance in the large caps. And then the final phase will be alt season. Now the large caps are Kina, XRP, Solana, Ethereum. Ethereum has its own phase. Phase 2 is Ethereum. And that is what we have seen so far. We have seen Bitcoin pump, Solana, Ethereum followed. And the good thing about Ethereum, it has recovered that dip that it underwent from 4K to 1300. Now we expect the same for Solana because it came from 295 to $95 minus $200, brother. Imagine buying an asset today at 295 and selling it tomorrow at $95. That is a big margin. So we want to see if Solana phase 3 large caps, will Solana recover in that phase, or will it recover in the final phase where meme coins will be pumping? Because Solana is a platform for meme coins, maybe. Yeah, but that's the main idea. And because we know that it is lagging, we want to see what will happen once Bitcoin starts pulling back. That's another aspect. So this one, if I switch to the 1 hour time frame, a 1 day time frame, we see this. We see that. You see, can extend like that, but I don't want to break it. From the daily, this is the daily. We are forming a 1, 2, and A, B, C, D. We have already formed a D here. E. Now here it's the break point. E here is the break point. Will it be bullish? Will it be bearish? We want to find out. Will it be investigating? And I can draw it so that can be apparent. And I let it remain. It will be our research for this, for today and tomorrow. We want to see this triangle, isn't it? It's a triangle. I've seen it's a triangle. So we came from that point. So we call this point A, call this point B, we call this point C, we call this point D, and we call that point E before the triangle is complete, isn't it? Yeah, that's a triangle in the Elliott wave form. That one, isn't it? So we have that A, B, C, D, E. In the A, B, C correction completed, now we have in C, D, E. So we have merged them, isn't it? We have merged them. Some can say A, B, C, D, E. Now it's A, the first correction, B, C, D, E, like that, isn't it? So what I'll do, so that the chart cannot look ugly, I will hide the wave count. Just have to see you see that A, B, C, D, E. Yes, just use the letters. With that, you can even move so that can be apparent. Wave A is in sync with that, the correction, and that is in sync with that. C is with B, D is alone, C is alone, D is alone, E is alone, because this is a new wave count. Now we want to extend this wave count again. So the target of our current motion is that we are saying it can come to test the 170 mark. The E, the target of E, it's at between 170 to 174. We can expect a heavy support there, because now we are now at the 180 level and it's been broken. It was 185, you can remember, and it's being broken. Let me hide these Fibonacci's. I'll hide this Fibonacci in the next video. So we want to see if the whole of that ABCDE triangle, if it's the first wave. So if I can draw a trajectory, you can see from here to here was what was the first impulse in the short term, but you can see also from here to here was the first impulse, so that the price can retreat for the second phase and maybe rise in the third phase towards the golden ratio, like that. Yes, isn't it? And we are saying our target breakout point is 155 for, so that it can be at the 0% extension. It can come, it has a possibility of coming to 155 over here, this level. So psychologically, what will be happening? It will be that the price wanted to test this support at 170. It was the original support, but now the institutes and the smart money, they can trigger a false breakout or a liquidity sweep towards 255. It's a probability, and we can assume that this can take a form of maybe a 3-wave move down like this, something like that, to just sweep the liquidity before moving up, isn't it? That's a scenario. It's another scenario. So the target will be for wave 3 will be 200 and the first target is 267. The next golden ratio is at 288, and our break of structure is at 297, isn't it? Yes. So if this will be our first wave and this will be our third wave, our third wave has to be the largest wave, and if it's so, it will be followed by a wave 4 correction towards the 100% or towards that level 213 before now breaking our all-time highs. If it does this, it will have recovered what Bitcoin had done. Yes, the divergence that Bitcoin had created. But it's a scenario. We'll see what happens. So that's my analysis, and we'll see what happens. But that is my perspective for the wavecoin for Solana. But the interesting thing is this rising wedge forming over here, and from my wave count I'm seeing it's a ABCDE, a triangle, and we want to see if prices will react at 170, stall towards 155 before going higher. Yeah, stay tuned. I will produce another video maybe tomorrow or today on Solana. Nice time.